Welcome back, guys. This is the second episode of today, so I'd strongly recommend you go back and watch the first one if you haven't already. It'll be the link at the top of the description. We got an offer for Benzia right at the end of the last episode. Obviously, we kept saying, we kept giving counter offers, and you're going to see here, look at this. There were so many clubs looking to get Benzia, so I was happy because I'm still not too sure about Benzia. But the biggest thing that we've left off from last episode is Vilena. He said he wants to go. I've put him up for loan in hope that no one will actually want it no one want to loan him. Jesus Christ, I can't get my words out. And hopefully he will stay because I really don't want to lose Vilena. He's a very important part of my midfield. But I did also say maybe it will help the team. You just don't know. It might free up some more space in that midfield to rotate players. But you can see all the clubs said no to Benzia. I did put him up for a lot of money. He's only worth about 5.5 million. And I was counter-offering for 10, 11, 12 million, because I know he's going to be worth 20 million at some point. But if I'm going to cash in on him now and in an attempt to, buy new players, now is the time to bump up that price, But anyway, because it's transfer window, I do tend to sim a few matches. So we sim this one against Wolves, which I knew I was going to win because they are near the bottom of the league as well. So we win that one 2-1, Neil getting on the score sheet as well, which is brilliant. And at this time, I thought, right, it's time to bring in someone new, because if I'm looking to get rid of Benzia, it means I'm going to be left with pretty much one striker. And that's Lucas Piazon. He's not really a proper striker. We've got Sandaza on the bench. He's pretty atrocious. So this player here, Nicholas Nzogbia, he seemed to be a regen player. He's got 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. He's really strong. He's really pacey. And he's 6'6". Yep, you heard me say that. He's 6'6" and he's got 5-star skills. And he's fast and strong. It's like the ultimate player. I was so happy when I saw him. I almost tweeted out a picture of him, but I didn't want to ruin it because you're going to see, if I manage to sign this guy, what an improvement to the team he would make, pretty much. But again, we sim a match here against Sunderland. They are pretty much bottom of the league as well, and I thought I might get away with the win there, but unfortunately we can only get the draw. Mbakogu extending his lead at the top of the league table there. I think he's on 15 goals at this time, or 14. But anyway, we're going to make an offer here. We're going to send a contract to Nzogbia because the team Inter Milan had actually accepted the deal that I offered. I proposed. It was like 2.5 million plus my midfielder King. We also had to extend Guano's contract and also improve it to 9,000 per week, which is cheap for him. He's absolutely fantastic. So one thing I need to say though with that contract is he does decline the first contract. That's Nzogbia, by the way. Oh shit! I almost missed out on this bit. Vilena, he's gone. He's absolutely gone, guys. And the worst thing about it is I had no control. He went for 5 million to Arsenal. So I only get 4.2 million for Vilena. I was so pissed off at that because he was worth, I think it was 8.5. So I've lost a lot of money on Vilena and it was completely out of my control, guys. Absolutely gutted. But it's freed up some money. We're definitely going to be able to get Nzogbia now. We also win an FA Cup match there against Sheffield United. I'm not really bothered about the FA Cup matches. Just the Premier League, but this is the bit I was trying to talk about. I did have to improve a contract. I forgot to include that highlight. He said no to the first one, so I added 2,500 per week to make it 17,500, and he accepted. So we've got a brand new striker. I'm going to partner him up front with Mbakogu and Benzia. Obviously, I've got Mbakogu left. I didn't mention him before when I mentioned strikers. Of course, we've still got him. I completely forgot. Sorry, I'm not in my head's not right at the moment. I'm having this issue breathing. I've got some breathing difficulties. I don't know what it is. Mentioned it in the first episode. Hopefully it's all going to be good. I think I've got fluid in my lungs. I think that's what it is, because it's not like I'm struggling to breathe. It's like it's not working properly. Like I'm not getting the oxygen from it. It's a strange feeling. Makes commentating pretty difficult and also makes me kind of dizzy when I'm talking so much. So do excuse that. I know it sounds pathetic, but God, first world problems, eh? Breathing is a very important part of our lives, if you think of it that way. But either way, we've got a huge game against Man United here. How they didn't score that, I have no idea, but they were all over me. They are such a good team on career mode. They are very, very difficult to break down. And here are the stats of Nzogbia. I thought I'd show you guys. Just look at these stats. Like, skill-wise, he's not incredibly good, the skill attributes, but his... obviously, he's got a high attack work rate, low defensive work rate, 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and his physical attributes are insane. So he's going to be a really great addition to this club. I'm so happy to get him. It was a bit pricey, in fairness, 17,000 per week, or 17,500 per week. Is quite a lot, admittedly, but what can I say? I'm getting a really good striker. to partner up front with Mbakogu or Benzia, and it's strength and depth, right? I could even play him as a cam. He would probably be pretty good there. But I would have put my money on Mbakogu scoring there. I couldn't believe it. I almost scored against Manchester United, and now we're in the 90th minute. It's still 0-0. Looking like we're going to get a draw pretty much with the league leaders. But we're at home, and anything can happen when you're playing at home. And look at my luck. Look at that. Lindegaard parried the shot there. And Zogbia on his debut almost scoring a very important goal because he had the original shot there. And Benzia, being the poacher that he is, despite having pretty awful work rates, I don't like his work rates at all, medium attack, low defensive, he was there, he was ready for it, and he just got us 3 points against the league leaders. Wow. I couldn't believe my luck there. We actually beat Manchester United 1-0. It happens though, this is what happens in real life. Sometimes, anyway, you look at QPR beating Chelsea, for example, but Luis Eduardo wanted a new contract, 25,000 per week, becoming my most expensive player, and then he says he's going to turn it down. What an arsehole. So Luis Eduardo looks like he could be on his way out. A little bit disappointed with that, but we'll try and retain him. Maybe we'll offer a few more contracts over the next few weeks. But as you guys requested in the last few episodes, we're going to do a squad report here. Just remember to pause the video on a player if you really want to see the stats properly, because it would take a whole video just to go through each player like that. But generally speaking, you can see which players are doing so well. Like Eduardo has done absolutely amazing this season. I still love him, even though he's going to decline the contract like an arsehole. But still, he's been a great addition to the squad since I bought him. And you can see other players like Aki here doing really well, growing nicely. He's gone up by 2 already this season. And you got Jan as well, doing very well there. His mental stats have gone up massively. Templeton will slow down a little bit now because he's 26. He's pretty much at his prime now. He will grow a little bit. Lucas Piazon gone up by 5 this season so far. That is absolutely mental. I'm hoping to get him to about 80 at the end of this season. And Zogbia hasn't grown at all yet because obviously we just signed him. Then you've got players like Benzia, who overall are just absolutely dominating the stats. Like completely every single stat is increasing. And there you got my defender. He's 24 now. I couldn't believe that. Still growing though. Then you've got a few players that are on my reserves, and we've got some of my substitutes on the bench who are, they're all growing really nicely, to be honest. But we are halfway through the season. You can see Horn there is not. I mean, I use him maybe every kind of like 4 or 5 matches, so understandably he's not growing massively. But still, I thought he would be doing much better than that. I got very unlucky with mine, so when I bought him using the EASFC, Scouter Pro thing. Turned out to be pretty unlucky with that, so maybe we'll try again in a new series. But either way, I felt really hard done by when I got Horn because he's pretty shit, if I'm honest. He's like 5'5", his work rates are terrible, he's weak, his stamina is shit. The only good thing about him is he's pretty quick, but he gets pushed off the ball like a leaf, literally blown over by people. But we're getting down to the last few players that really don't improve too much because I don't use them. But no one amazing there. Sandaz is on his last season, he's going to be retiring. But that is going to wrap it up, guys. We're pretty much at the end of the window. Next episode, we've got Chelsea in the FA Cup. I don't know if that's going to be an easy game or not. We'll soon find out. But other than that, thank you for watching today's 2 episodes, guys. The next one will be up soon, and I'll see you then.